This week is National Careers Week, so I thought it would be interesting to look at careers in a particular sector. So we're going to focus on careers in TV. Just want you to think for a moment about some of the jobs that cross your mind when you think of working in television. Possibly you thought about being an actor and the role entailed in that. Perhaps a presenter. Perhaps even someone like Russell T Davies, a director. And if you considered the technical side, you may have thought about someone who's in the camera crew or the sound crew. But what we don't often think of is what goes on behind the scenes. What do you think might be involved in actually putting the programs we enjoy together and broadcasting them to an audience? So today I want to look at the role of media researcher and ask you to consider that. What do you think might be involved in this job? You may find it helpful to consider the morphology of the word, break it down into its constituent parts, and the etymology, what language the word derives from, if you can make any connections, possibly even to a language that you know. And then you might want to consider what your definition is of the word research. So, the definition of research is to study a subject in detail, especially in order to discover new information or reach a new understanding. And if you were to break this word down into its morphology, its parts, the prefix "re" means again, and the stem of the word search means to look for. So it fits very nicely into this idea of going back, looking in detail, discovering more about a subject. So the origin of the word, its etymology, is from French. You may have remembered the word rechercher, which you use in French, to search. So just pause for a minute to consider if you've ever had to do any research for a subject. Has anyone in any lesson, any teachers asked you to do some research for homework or as part of a lesson? Or have you ever had to research anything in your day-to-day life? Perhaps a good local team to join. And then why do you think this job is important? Why in companies like the BBC, ITV, Channel 4, would they employ researchers? So we're going to consider a scenario now. Imagine that the BBC is looking to make a programme about music trends amongst people of your age group. What might they ask their research team to look into? What do you think might be involved in a typical day's work as a media researcher? What skills and qualifications might you expect someone with this job to have? So now I'd like you to watch a bite-sized programme that looks at a young lady called Mona, who is a media researcher. And once you've watched the bite-sized programme, there's some questions for you to consider. So I hope you enjoy watching it, and you can look at and answer the questions once you've done so. So these are the questions. You can have a look at these at your leisure. It may be that you need to go back and watch it again to pick up on some of the detail. So below the video there is some information to help you respond to a couple more questions. What salary might a media researcher expect? And what qualifications might you need? So I want to set you a challenge for the coming week or 10 days. Your teacher can confirm when this needs to be completed by. Next time you watch a TV programme, I want you to look at the final credits and count the number of jobs listed. You'll have to pause because they come thick and fast. So how many jobs are actually listed? You might even want to look at how many people are doing those jobs, because often there's more than one. And I want you, as it's Careers Week, to choose one of the jobs and do some of your own research into what it involves.